Hello everyone, this is Juniper Talverk, and today we are looking at the Empress of Skull Spiders, one of my biggest currently built mocks. I think the Great Spirit Robot build was technically bigger, but that mock's been taken apart for ages. So the fun thing about this build is it is configurable. So right now it is in a Drider sort of build. You have Mask of Creation as like a crown, and then a regular Skull Spider mask. It's hard to see, but I gave a purple heart light and like this purple stomach section. I like to imagine the purple like energy is like the actual flesh or whatever of the spider, like its innermost flesh, and the black armor is like the fur, and then obviously the metallic colors are like actual armor. Then it flows down into the Skull Spider head here, or the Lord of Skull Spider's head, and the little mandibles I did. I did these like sort of striking ones, and then these ones in the back. And there's more of that purple underneath. There's purple rib cage pieces on the very bottom. That's sort of the total length of the spider. There's also this hair that flows. And you can detach the drider. I'm going to do that quick so we can take the drider part. I'm going to detach that quick so we can see the spider part better. So here we have the actual spider version of it, and this is the way that I originally built this mock, was as the big spider, because I saw these lift arm pieces here, as well as these little claw pieces, and I was like, oh right, I have a bunch of those because I bought a bootleg Lord of Skull Spiders. Not the lift arms, but the claw pieces. I want to make a giant skull spider and then say this is the female of the species because, you know, that would be fun to do. And I know that's not an original idea. There's plenty of mock builders who have done that before me. But I wanted to do my own take on it, and I think I did pretty well. So yeah, that's the whole large spider. And if we pick it up by the torso here, here is the underneath. So yeah, I put those purple chest plates. I really wanted to use these in a build, but all of my other translucent purple, because all of my translucent purple is from bootleg sets. Most of that's broken at this point, just from moving and the clear plastic being fragile. So I was like, well, I can use it as an underbelly for a spider thing. And that's what I did. So yeah, that's the whole spider. Then yeah, here's the drider part. So the way this attaches to the body is just these two red pins and this double gray pin. The way they attach is there's two pinholes here that the red pins go into, and then you move up this foot piece and you attach the two gray pins into there. And that's how the whole thing works. So yeah, that is my giant skull spider. And it is longer than Umarak is tall. Like if you lay them on top, the spider is longer, which is fun. So this thing is like big enough, big enough it could kill Makuta Pterodax, honestly. Obviously, I think if I were to incorporate this into lore, I would say this is a case of a set being bigger than the character actually is. Like you have with the like Toa Ignika and pretty much any Toa builds after the 2001 Toa, they're all supposed to be the same height as the 2001, even though the actual sets are larger. And I think this would just be a case of that. This character would probably be around the same size of the Lord of Skull Spiders in like universe, but in build form, it's huge, is what I imagine. But the reason I'm filming this is I'm planning on taking it apart because it's a really big build. It takes up a lot of space. And also it's using pretty much all of my black armor shells. It's using all of my claw pieces. And I want to repurpose those parts. Honestly, most of the parts of this build, including the Drider part, are going to be recycled into revamping Umarak and just making him big and scary. Because, you know, he was the only real, like, main villain set we got in G2, and I think I should like make him feel like a main big Titan set sort of build to celebrate the fact that like he was one of the few main villain sets to actually get made. Because like you could say that about like Kulta the Lord of, or the yeah, Kulta, the Skull, is it Skull Grinder is technically his name or whatever. But like even in that case, like he reused a mask that other sets also used, where like Umarak is a villain with a unique mask that no other character uses, and like he feels like a classic Bionicle Titan set sort of character. Where I think that Skull Grinder didn't really feel like that, and Lord of Skull Spiders was kind of just like a traditional Rahi sort of set. So I would much rather have a big Umarak than a big Lord of Skull Spiders. In fact, I might even like lean into the fact that I'm reusing parts from this mock for the build and like attach the spider sort of head design I did, like remake it as like a shoulder armor or something maybe. But I haven't decided yet. But yeah, that does it for this week's video, and next week's video is going to be the last recap of builds that I made that I never recorded a video on.